And there it goes, we're off. The Via Rail Canadian headed from Vancouver to Toronto. You and I were racing a train. We'll be riding my motorcycle, but I think we need to get started.
The Via Rail Canadian starts here at Pacific Central Station, headed east to Toronto, but we'll only be racing it until sunset.
We're already behind. Also, thanks to Established Titles for sponsoring today's video. But we do have a couple of rules that we have to follow. 1, no speeding. 2, we have to stop at all the train stations that the train stops at, so we can't take any shortcuts. The biggest problem is it's Friday at 3 p.m., aka peak rush hour. The train has a huge advantage to start. Also, because we're on the motorcycle, we get to take the HOV lane, so we should be okay. They have to stop to manually switch the tracks a couple of times, and there are a lot of rail yards that they have to go through that have a very slow speed limit. All right, he's on board. We better go. Safety first, helmets always.
I'm going to do my best to stick to the route, parallel to the tracks, to keep it as fair as possible. However, if we start to fall behind, I have a couple of routes up my sleeve that should help us get caught up. Now, we're crossing over the tracks below us here, and I can't quite tell if it's already gone by or not. One of the difficult parts about this race will be knowing if we're ahead or behind.
So, we're gonna use the Via Rail app to track the train in live time.
But as you can see, it's only going 42 kilometers an hour. So if we can go faster than that, we can catch it.
Let's go. So our next strategy move is get on the highway, onto the HOV lane, and we should be able to go faster than the train. So much traffic. We're off to a bad start.
Okay, here we go again. I'm headed to the highway so we can catch the train. And the benefit of the motorcycle means we get to use the HOV lane, so this should be a piece of cake. The train should be on track somewhere just behind those trees, I think. I only say that because I know that up ahead is the train bridge, which is a pinch point where a number of train tracks converge to a single crossing, which often means trains have to wait for one another. In fact, there it is! The train is crossing the bridge! Okay, now we just have to cross the bridge and we're all caught up.
The train left at 3 o'clock, it's now 4 o'clock, and we've only seen it once or twice. We are not doing well. Why does the train leave at rush hour?
The train bridge is just below us down here, and so the train is probably off it by now. We gotta get ahead. There it is! It's crossing just up there. Okay, we'll turn here and get ahead of it. Okay, on the left here is a train yard, which has slow speed limits, so this is our chance to finally get ahead of the train again.
This is the next spot we'll be able to catch the train. We've leapfrogged ahead of it, but we can't turn left here to set up. Get a little action here, see what's going on. Busy. The train is flying today. Normally I can see it a couple of times before we get here, but not today. This freight train's gonna help us a lot. Freight trains don't tend to go as fast as passenger trains, just based on their weight and length and really how far it takes them to stop. So this is good.
There also aren't many passing zones for trains, which means our passenger train will hopefully be stuck behind this freight train, giving us more of an advantage going ahead.
Well, Via Rail is probably the next train. Also remember, don't get too close and never race the gates. All right, it was just Rail Safety Week a couple weeks ago. It can take a Canadian train 2 kilometers to stop, folks. Safety first. Safety is sexy. But I guess the question is why? Why are we racing a train? And the reality is that 2 years ago when the pandemic started, I lost all of my hobbies. I couldn't travel anymore. All my team sports were canceled. The only thing I could do was ride my motorcycle. And it's the only thing I still have that I really enjoy doing. Now, racing the train is just because I'm competitive and I want a goal. I don't want to just mindlessly go ride. I need somewhere to be or somewhere to go. And racing the train is fun because they don't know they're racing. There's also no stakes on the line. It's meant just to be fun. And so, with fun in mind, the sponsor of today's video is Established Titles. Here's the story. My grandfather was born in a house in Glasgow, Scotland. So I have Scottish heritage. In fact, my dad got British citizenship, but because I'm 2 generations off. I don't. However, thanks to established titles, I've officially become a landowner in Scotland, which makes me Lord Michael Downey. And they send you this official proclamation. It's really easy. You go to the website, you buy a 1 foot by 1 foot plot of land. You can't build on it, you can't do anything with it because they're putting it into a land preserve to protect the woodlands of Scotland. So A, that's a good thing. Then they send you your proclamation, so it officially says Lord Michael Downey, but it also gives you your official plot number. Mine is here. And for every order, they plant a tree using global charities like One Tree Planted or Trees for the Future. And maybe best of all, established titles effectively told me that the first 200 people to purchase will be next to my land, like within a short minute's walking distance. How cool is that? You can officially change your title to Lord or Lady and use it on things like credit cards, your dating profile, or my favorite, airline tickets. Honestly, it makes a great last-minute gift for the person who's really hard to buy for or who has it all. Make them a lord and plant a tree. It's great. In fact, they're having a huge sale on right now, but if you use code DownieLive, get an additional 10% off. Just go to establishedtitles.com/DownieLive to become a lord and support the channel. Oh, here it comes.
And here comes our unknowing competitor.
Oh yeah, baby! Wow. That's a long train. As you can see, that train is running full steam now, so we gotta get back onto the highway so we can go a little bit faster. It is going to be a race to the first station. All right, let's go. Better not forget my proclamation.
Now the track speed limit for the train from here on is about 80 kilometers an hour. So if we can get up and onto the highway quickly, well, we'll be able to go faster than the train and make up lost ground and beat it to the next station, which is the first listed stop on its route to Toronto. Like I said earlier, this is what I love about being out here. It's just fun riding my motorcycle at sunset. Oh, no. I was really hoping we wouldn't get much Friday afternoon traffic, but it looks like we found it.
This is not looking good for us. I think he's gonna beat us to the first station.
Remember, we need to be going faster than the train to get ahead of it, and we are currently going much slower, about half the speed of the train.
It's never a good thing to be stopped on the highway, particularly when you're racing a train.
We are clearly falling further and further behind. Okay, well, this might be a good time to talk to you about why I'm actually doing this. Why do I ride a motorcycle?
I have to admit, the nice thing is, I'm not thinking about anything else other than traffic and the train. It's a Friday, and after a long week, this is getting me out of my own head. All I can do right now is be right here, focused. Not that there's a lot, but the train is doing 80 kilometers an hour right now, and we're barely moving. Riding the motorcycle is like the one time in my week where I can think about nothing else. There's no cell phone in my hand, there's no one to talk to. It's just me, the motorcycle, and I was about to say the open road, but I guess not now.
But once things get moving again, this is what I enjoy. Just cruising at sunset. And I still believe we can catch the train. And well, the sun is still up enough. Oh, we have time. But we do have a lot of ground to make up. Also, I love riding next to an ambulance. Just makes me feel that much safer. So thank you, EMS. I hope I never need you, but I'm glad you're out here. Oh, and remember, always pull over for them if they have their lights on. Okay, here's our exit. We're heading to the first station, the Mission Harbor Station. The train is scheduled to stop there at 4:35 p.m. and it's currently after 5 p.m. There's the bridge off to our right. Okay, I don't see the train, which either means we've beat it here or it's already come and gone. Let's go see the station.
This is Mission Harbor Station, first station. What? All right, it's locked up, which I think means they've already gone by. So this is the Mission Harbor Road Station. Nice backdrop, little river. And this is the gate. We obviously can't see it at the moment. No, I just wanted to see if the train's come by, and I assume it has, the Canadian. Yeah, that's all. I'm gonna go see if I can catch it. All right. Oh, I'm not filming the gate. I can show you what I'm filming.
Okay, no, we're just, the police just left, so.
Oh, wow. I didn't know.
I think there's two guys on bikes here, lieutenant.
Bicycles or motorcycles?
Motorcycle.
The coincidences make me look really bad.
Yes, that's why I came over, I hid around there and watched what you were doing. When you started filming that gate that got kicked in, that's when I showed up.
I see. What did they do?
Probably trying to get into the shed.
That makes sense. Nope, just I'm a YouTuber. Okay, thanks. Yeah, you too. But let's get back on and catch this thing.
Now we're off the Trans-Canada main highway and onto the smaller Highway 7, which has much less traffic and is a lot more enjoyable to ride. Now the tracks are alongside us here, so we'll see the train if we catch it. Oh, and they seem to be filming a movie or something here. But this is a great example of why I do this. It doesn't really matter if you win or not in the race against the train. I'm winning because I'm out here, enjoying a ride at sunset. And I'd like to remind you that this is actually October in Canada. This is extremely rare, warm weather for this time of year. Normally my motorcycle would already be put away for the season, so I shouldn't be enjoying a warm sunset ride this late in the year. It's basically a bonus ride for me. But we're now coming up to the town of Agassiz, which is the second station. The train is scheduled to come through here at 5:03 p.m. and it's currently 6:39 p.m. We've clearly fallen behind with the traffic.
Well, we caught up to the freight train. Now we have to figure out if the passenger train is in front of it or behind it. It was behind it, but I don't know. Okay, here's the update. The Agassiz station is a gravel lot behind the museum. Very cute out front though. As you can see, not much else. It is sunset. The sun is now set. Beautiful, love being out here, but we haven't seen much of the train because of the traffic. I'm not willing to give up. We're out of gas, I need to refill. I think we go into dark until we catch up. We're on the highway now, we're gonna catch it.
So the race was until sunset, which officially means we've lost. But this is my last ride of the season. It's a bonus ride. So let's see how long it takes for us to catch the train. From here, we continue on Highway 7 as it becomes this amazing winding highway that runs along the raging Fraser River. You can't see it right now in the dark, but we're wedged between the river on our left and the cliffs on our right, which also has us passing through a number of tunnels along the way. I mean, this is a great ride to be doing. I'm actually glad we're losing to the train, because if we had won, I would have turned around and gone home. This is bonus on a bonus ride. All right, back to the point. Where is the train? There it is. Okay, on our left, across the river, I can see the lights. We're now coming into the town of Boston Bar, but we'll have to cross the river into the tiny town of North Bend, BC, which is the next stop.
No!
The bridge we need is just on the other side of these tracks. These are the CN rail tracks, but the train we're racing is on the CP rail train tracks across the river.
There's a bridge right on the other side of this train that will get us to the Canadian. We're gonna beat it, but maybe not with this train. I saw it across the valley. It's on the other side of the river.
Oh my gosh, how long is this train? They don't even know we're in a race, do they? Well, wait for the gates to fully open. We want to make sure there isn't a train coming from the other direction. Okay, here we go. And I guess this is the small town of North Bend, BC. I've never been here before. Well, I think this is it.
This is it. This is the North Bend crossing. It's not really anything. There's a rail yard there.
This is feeling very anticlimactic.
I don't know. Doesn't seem to be a train station per se. I think we're here first. We'll find out shortly. So the town of Boston Bar, I've heard of. It's on the highway. You go through it, you stop for gas, all of that. North Bend is across the river, and it's basically a dead end here. So I've never been here, which is kind of the beauty of chasing the train. It brings you to places you've never been. Actually, I just checked my phone. It updated. The train is past this point. So we lost. So thanks for coming along with me. Leave a like if you want me to try this again. Maybe we'll We'll start outside of town, away from the traffic. It'll be more enjoyable, maybe. Yeah. Anyway, it brought us somewhere I've never been before.
I guess the lesson is, it's not about winning, it's just about getting out here and having fun. See you next week.
This really goes to show, I don't know where I'm going next, but I know I want you there with me. See you then.